Yes, Hickok 45, your internet shooting companion, coming to you from the barren hills of Tennessee, the home of Eddie Arnold. Did you know that? Some of you don't know who Eddie Arnold is. Smooth voiced singer. Yes, he's gone now, but my mother loved him, and we played his albums. Growing up, I heard all his songs. Eddie Arnold. I think he's from Nashville. In fact, I don't know. I remember when my mother and father were down once in the '70s. We drove them past his house. We figured out where he lived in Brentwood, I think somewhere around Brentwood, Tennessee, south of Nashville. And yeah, Eddie Arnold. So anyway, here I am, and it's not a bad day. Yeah, pretty fortunate for December, and that's what we get in Tennessee. We get some really cold weather, maybe November, or even October, a really cold spell. But mainly the coldest weather comes in January and February. So then blustery weather in March. And all that will be here before you know it. Yeah, hope we're all here to see it, right? So, lucky, pretty good day this week. And it's hard to believe December already. Can you believe that? And I missed Black Friday. I didn't camp out on the sidewalk at Best Buy and get all the Black Friday deals. And nobody does that anymore, do they? Yeah, those were interesting times. People would go out in the middle of the night shopping, and I guess the world got a little too dangerous for that. Companies needed to protect themselves, I guess, liability-wise. As crazy as society has gotten, there'd be people murdering each other in those lines, over something. It was getting about that bad, right? Or they'd be having arguments, political arguments, and beating each other up or killing each other, who knows what. Society is so different. Just have to be more precautions taken. Wow, what a world. So, here we are, and number 205. Man, hard to believe we're on a roll. Oh, I brought out I didn't ever show you this little meat cleaver I picked up in Oklahoma at the Tulsa Gun Show. I needed a meat cleaver, another one. I cleave a lot of meat, right? And this one was made by, it's pretty neat. I liked it. The name on it, V as in Vicky, Villarreal. What it sure looks like. Villarreal, something like that. Well, maybe you can read it if you can see it. But anyway, yeah, it has a little sheath. Same size as a cleaver. Pretty cool. All right, so yeah, here I am. Oh man. What do I have? I just brought one beauty out today. I was in a 1911 mood. Yep, really was. And I thought, what have I not fired? And the Kobra Carry, Ed Brown Kobra Carry, just reached out to me. Cool little 1911. I was in the mood to shoot a 1911 mainly. And then as I went through the thought process, what have I not fired for a while? What would be fun to shoot? This one came to mind. Yeah, I've neglected it. I really have. It's a cool little gun. My little Dan Wesson Guardian kind of replaces this because it's the same configuration in a lightweight frame. And as far as carry, probably my first choice. Oh, this one carries pretty nicely on the waist. I've got my flapjack Alabama holster there, and it's just great. And I came out of it to begin the video. So I'm going to shoot this thing a little bit. 45 AC peak. Can you see the bore? Does it look like a 45? Probably does, right? Oh yeah, you never know. I'm so sarcastic. I need, everybody knows me by now. I'm just sarcastic at times. Not in a mean way. What is? Oh yeah, it occurred to me the other day. The short videos that get out there, they get out to people who are anti-gunners more so, which is a good thing, I guess. brings more people in or makes them aware of the dumb videos we do maybe, but you get people watching those come across them that they didn't specifically go to our channel to see what videos we've been doing lately. Like, too bad everybody doesn't do, right? Because we do 2, 3, 4 a week. But anyway, there'll be comments on there, people that, you know, obviously anti-gunners, and there'll be something like, oh, I don't know, like on a machine gun video, like, well, who cares, you know, or nobody should have those, you know, different things, or wasting ammo. That one I see pretty often. Just wasted ammo, like on the M60 video or short, you know, that kind of thing, and I can't resist a little sarcasm, you know, to I'll checks how many views there is maybe on a video like that, and I'll just answer maybe, well, a couple of million people disagree with you, and then just go on, you know, like wasting ammo. You know, what a line, what a brilliant line. That's not necessarily somebody that's anti-gun. That's just, yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure what that is. You're wasting ammo. I guess anytime any of us fires a gun that's not in self-defense or something, or maybe in battle to keep the country free, it's a waste of ammo. I don't know. Yeah, people are funny, aren't they? They really are. And I'm not. I'm totally normal and sensible myself. Never say anything that's irrational. All right. 45 slugs. This is a commander size firearm, by the way. I know you think, well, everything looks small in my hand. Well, this is a 4 1/4 inch barrel. You know what? Mr. Clyde needs a 45 slug on him, doesn't he? Am I hitting it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I tell you, that front sight is, wow. Can you see that front sight? I don't know if it's just smoky or what. Not very visible. Boy, this has always been a fine gun. Pretty nice. Woo! Yeah, pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, there's something else I was going to mention, but yeah, I wanted to thank the United Nations for encouraging us to eat less meat to save the planet. These people are clueless. They need to do some research. I vow to eat more meat. Yeah, because since I started doing that, I feel a lot healthier. Okay, thinned out, a lot healthier, a lot more brilliant too. And boy, there's a lot of people have that same experience. So I wouldn't listen to them if I were you. All right. Oh, there's a hog down there. Yeah, man. You know, cowboy, see if I can get him between all those bowling pins. Now let's get the bowling pins out of the way. Yeah. And hit the cowboy again. And Bigfoot. There's some big 45 caliber slugs. If we happen to have anybody brand new to guns, you know, that's a 45 caliber slug. All right. Yeah. That's what that is. Man. Kind of, a lot of you probably didn't know Charlie Munger died this week. It's kind of sad. Of course, so did Kissinger. Had some big deaths this week. What's a big death? The death of somebody that was prominent, I guess, right? But Charlie Munger is a character. Boy, I tell you. And of course, there's a lot on. There always has been a lot on him on the internet. YouTube videos and little clips and all sorts of things. Charlie Munger wisdom and all that. Now, he is the partner, if you didn't know, he was the partner to Warren Buffett. And very, very interesting, a duo, no doubt about it. They're both billionaires and very kind of eccentric, but very interesting. They have the annual meeting in Omaha every year. They sit at a table and they just answer questions of 30,000 from 30,000 people that can ask them, and it's all ad lib, and just they're just really interesting people. I've always enjoyed Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger a lot, and to the point where this year I had checked kind of on reservations. I was saying, you know what, I'm going to go to that meeting because I have some Berkshire Hathaway stock. I'm going to go before those guys kick off. I literally made that decision just a few weeks ago, thinking seriously about it, looking into it for sure. Put it on my calendar. It's on my calendar. And it's in the spring. I forget the date, but and because Charlie was 99, he was a month away from being 100, and I think Warren Buffett is 93 now. But so how much longer? And they sit there and answer questions, and both of them seem pretty healthy. Well, Charlie's like he checked out this week. So, but anyway, interesting fellow. And the thing I like about them, their philosophy of the company they built up, from nothing and everything, and how they trust their companies they buy, the managers, and they're really hands off. They follow my philosophy, the way I've always liked to be treated by companies I worked with, educational institutions. Anytime I was working for somebody else, I always, I wasn't perfect, I guess, but I was I was often the very first person on the job, in the morning. And I mean, I tried to do things well. I took pride in my work, support whatever company is paying me, support the brand you ride for, so to speak. I know that's old school. A lot of people don't do that anymore. But their philosophy was hire good people, or make sure they bought companies that were run well, and maybe they replaced managers or whatever they did, but they got people in position, or they generally were already there, or they wouldn't have maybe bought the company, just a well-run company. They own Dairy Queen and lots of companies. They'll move around. They own a bunch of Apple, but they're really big. One of their prime concerns was how that company is run, the leadership of that company, and then they just leave them alone, let them do their thing. Really an interesting approach, and what I've always liked to work for people that just look. Trust me, I don't want somebody looking over my shoulder all the time, micromanaging me. If you don't think I can do the work, don't hire me. And until I give you reason to think otherwise, just know I'm going to do my very best and probably do it correctly. All right, and again, trust me until I prove differently. That's the way I like to operate. And when I was in management, that was kind of the way I operated. You kind of trust people to give you a reason not to, and all that. But anyway, just a really interesting fellow. If you're not familiar with him, look him up, Charlie Munger, and you'll enjoy some of because there's a lot on him, because they filmed those meetings where they would answer questions and all that. And plus, he's been interviewed by everybody over the 100 years that you can imagine. So anyway, that's too bad. Okay, let me shoot some more. 45 ACP. Also appreciate Alabama holster. Let's jack one out. I'm gonna shoot Alabama. Oh, right on the state outline. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I joke about having 2 Alabama holsters on my person sometimes. Just right now I have 3. I've got my cell phone holster. I got the cell phone right here, and then I've got a pocket holster and gun. And I've got my belt holster, so I can carry this. So I have 3 Alabama holsters on me. It was just kind of accidental, and not really, I guess. But yeah, which reminds me of that phone. Let me empty this magazine with the song. All right, but yeah, Alabama holster, great outfit. All kinds of concealment holsters. Oh, there's Widener's. Video. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that's a sweet 1911. The Commander size is a nice size. You get smaller than that, and I mean, they'll work. People have figured it out. But generally speaking, just as a generalization, you don't run into many feeding problems, issues with the 45. If you stay in the 5-inch, you know, the original design, or down to 4 1/4, you know, you're still good. You start getting smaller than that, and it's trickier to get them to be reliable, although some companies have done that, right? But what was I going? Oh yeah, the phone. I still have. I'm Bluetooth challenged, I guess. You know, I had that big boom box that I used for a while, and then it quit syncing with it. And I bought a smaller one. Well, I bought the smaller one just because it's more convenient. You saw it. I think I showed it to you. It's about that big, and used that on Sunday videos for a while. And then all of a sudden it wouldn't sync with it. I don't know why. I don't think it was the new phone when I switched over to this phone. Maybe, no, I don't know. Anyway, I've tried and tried and tried and can't get to sync with that thing. And it still seems to work. It just won't sync with it. Phone works. I don't know what it is. Finally, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was in Academy, and that's where I go to buy my electronics, right? Well, I don't know, they just have some of these things there you just check out, sort of, and I need something really expensive or some crazy thing. And that's where I'd gotten the other small one. So I bought another one. I thought, okay, these are not all that expensive. I'm just gonna get another one, okay? Get back with a little bit better speaker. Can't get it to sync either, no matter what I do. So anyway, you're hearing this out of the phone. So the few people that like to complain about the song, they've got a reason not only to come, if they don't like the music, then it's also just coming out of my phone too. It's not even a real speaker. Oh well, such is life. I'm Bluetooth, works in my car, it works anywhere else, but my earphones I have and different things. Can't get it to work on those things though. All right, boom. 45 ACP. Oh, by the way, I think I'm gonna go again today. I'm gonna go. It's a nice day in Yak. I've got Too Much Talking 1 through 5. I think are posted on Patreon. Just make you aware of that. And I'm gonna do a number 6. I think today, maybe a 7 later this week. I don't know. So check out Patreon. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, what my lesson for young people would be just speaking of Charlie Munger and the way he and Warren Buffett operate, and I don't know everything about them. There may be some things that people hate about them too, but politically or whatever. But the more you learn about the way they operate their business, Berkshire Hathaway, the more you like them, the more you like it and trust it. It's just the way they operate. And they don't care who likes it or who doesn't. They just do what they do. They don't pay dividends. They use the money, they put it back into the company. And you know, they're not trying to buy people's interests. And they've grown it. It's really interesting. But characters. But what I was going to say is, they wanted quality people. They want still, and you know, Warren Buffett and others still run the company. They want people they can trust and do things the right way and make money, of course, in the companies and different things, and the railroads and everything they own. And I think there's a lesson in that for young people and all of us. And the flip side of that is, you want to be somebody that people trust, right? If you complain about management all the time, or whoever your boss is, or whoever you're working for, whoever you answer to, you know, you're always complaining about them because they're onto you. They won't seem to give you a break, or they don't seem to want to trust you. Maybe it is you. Maybe it's me. Maybe we are not being trustworthy. Maybe we have not earned that respect and that trust. You know, so that's a worthy goal. Although you will have people over you at times that they just don't trust anybody, and they're going to be hard to work for. Got it? Okay, that's a big news flash, but that will happen because so many people are just not that mature, don't have that much common sense, and are just very naturally distrustful. That's just going to happen. But the first step is we've got to be trustworthy in order to be trusted and have a really ideal working relationship, right? So that's my advice for young people. Be somebody that people will just trust. You know, you are just a trustworthy person. And it's just so obvious. You just scream it from every pore in your body that people can trust you. You're not an idiot. You're not dishonest. All right. What else needs to be shot? You know, I hit the gong once, didn't I? If I can see the sides, I'll pop him again. The hits on the gong were intentional. The misses, I was not quite ready to pull the trigger. This thing has a really nice light trigger, and I forget. Not that it was in a dangerous way, or that I was slinging them, 20 feet in the air or anything. I was just barely off because as I was getting right on target. Whoa, okay, a little too much pressure on the trigger. All right, it's very nice. Very nice trigger. That'd be a good, great carry gun, wouldn't it? Kobra Carry. I bet that's why they named it that. Yeah, pretty cool. Snake scales on it. Have you ever seen one of these things up close? Yeah, pretty cool. They misspelled Cobra. Fish scales on the front strap. See that? I bought this years ago. I probably told the story somewhere along the way at Guns and Leather in Greenbrier, Tennessee, years ago. Wow, where it was a lot of money. This thing was, I think it was the first custom gun of any kind like that I'd ever bought. I was in there looking at, I was familiar with Ed Brown, Wilson Company. I don't know what, I was just looking at stuff. And they had one of these lying there. I said, man, that is a jewel. That is a jewel. And it was like $2,800 or something, or $3,000. Wow. They said, you want to look at that? And I said, yeah, let me look at it, but I'm not buying it. Let me look at it. And I did. I said, yeah, that's pretty cool, but I'm not up for a $3,000, 1911. I don't know what year that was. I'll have to look that up. It may have been 15, 20 years, I don't know, and or longer. And anyway, the clerk said, I think it was one of the owner's sons, he said, if you're interested, we got another one. We got another one in the back it was like almost $1,000 less that's used. I said, you want to see it? I said, yeah, let me look at it. I thought, well, okay. What a tease, what a situation. Well, I don't know, maybe that, I doubt it, but yeah, let me look at it. And then the more I brought it out and looked at it, it was this one, and it was like new. I didn't see anything, scratches or anything on it. He said, I don't know. I said, what's wrong with it? He said, well, someone brought it back, and it was I think he said an old guy, like me probably at the time, right? He said, and it was malfunctioning on him. He kept bringing it back. It was malfunctioning on him. He said we would shoot it. We couldn't get it to malfunction, but he went downstairs in the range and shot it and malfunctioned on him. And he was a good customer. He said, finally we just took it back, and we sent it back to Ed Brown. He said, we'll take care of it. We'll take it back. And anyway, so it had come back, and he had also done the idiot scratch really badly on it, and they buffed that out, and so it looked like a new one to me. And so I looked at it, I thought, what's the best you could do on it? I might be interested. And I forget what we ended up with, but maybe, I don't know, 19, I don't know. But for an Ed Brown, for this gun, like new, essentially new, I just stretched and bought it. Okay, I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, you got some ammo. If I take you down to the basement, let me shoot it in the range. I'll take it. Okay, you got a sale, but I want to if I don't have malfunction problems with it. Yeah, because that kind of scared me. The guy's having so many problems with it, and that kind of money. So I went downstairs with a box of ammo, and I shot it. I shot like I normally do, and I shot weak-handed, and I kind of tried to limp wrist it some. I could not get it to malfunction, so I don't know what the guy was doing. And so I bought it. So here it is. That was my first really nice 1911. Unless you don't think it's really nice. I don't know. Okay, let me shoot. I got one. Oh, here's some of that lipstick ammo. I got this. I might as well shoot this ammo while I'm here. Okay. All right. Since it's dirty, how about old Bigfoot? All right. Really am having a hard time seeing those sights. And I tell you, the one thing I did do was I wrote to Ed Brown because I couldn't see the sight. Down in that indoor range, could not find it. It's supposed to be, it is a night sight. And I just said, there's something, this thing is not very bright. And I talked him into sending me another set, and I put them in. And they were a little better, but I think there's some dirt in it. But that's one of the problems I have. It's one of my pet peeves about night sights. And these are older, 15, 20 years. Not that the tritium is worn out necessarily, but it's just some of the older night sights were great, and this one still is in the dark. In the dark, they're great, but in the daytime, you can't find the sight. You might be better off if it was just painted black, And a lot of night sights now are so much better because they've got a really bright outline, white, or whatever you want, or orange, and then they got the tritium insert. But it wouldn't matter whether they were night sights or not; they just really jump out at you, in the daylight. And that was one of the problems with a lot of the early night sights, I thought. And of course, whatever I think is true, right? All right, last mag here. Let's shoot some and go. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Good old Kobra Carry. So I'll let you guys go. I have enjoyed this Sunday for sure. Anytime you have a 1911 you get to plink with, it's a good day. There's no doubt about that. So Commander size 1911. Any of you have a Commander size 1911? Do you like them? I have come to the realization over the years that I like them really as much, I guess, as the 5-inch, and if I'm going to carry one, this is my preference, this length. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So now it does have Dan Wesson grips on it. Okay, if anybody noticed that, because I took the grips off my Dan Wesson Guardian and put them on here, and I took the grips off of this one and I put them on it. Yeah, I'm still trying to get some grips with better friction for both this gun and my Guardian. I keep trying to get some, what are they called? They need to be the bobtail grips, that's the thing. I've run into these folks that, you know who I'm talking about. Big, really, really nice 1911 grips, and you get incredible friction on them. And they thought they had some at the last NRA meeting or wherever it was, and went and didn't have them. And I tried to order some one time with a bobtail, and the order didn't go through for some weird reason. That's my problem, I think. And at any rate, I still got it's just still on my list to do that, fix that. It's on the tip of my tongue, and you all know what it is. They're really famous for making nice 1911 grips, all colors and shades and everything. And boy, you put your fingers on those things and they just lock in. I love them. I love them so much, I can't even think of the name. So anyway, Kobra Carry, pretty cool. 1911, makes it a good day. Oh, also a meat cleaver. Yeah, so that always makes it a good day too. I might go out and chop a tree down. Oh, that thing is sharp. Yeah, surprised I didn't have to fill out a 4473 form to buy that. I'll see y'all later. See you next Sunday. Life is good.